Hey Dirt Tracks fans, Matt Lester here. We've got something really special for you. We're here in Sand Hollow, Utah. Look at the scenery here. Unfriggin' believable. But we're here to talk about the new Talon, and that's what you really want to see. I'm going to take you on a little walk around here, show you some of the details. And I'm going to tell you some stuff you might not have expected to. Just give you a full view of it. Beautiful machine. We've got this one here in green. Of course, you can get the red and black, and you get the 1000X model in blue, which looks really cool too. This one's 68.4 inches wide. The Sport X model is a little narrower. But let me tell you first what you really want to hear. Does it ride well? Yes. Is it fast? Yes. Did it surprise me? It sure did. I gotta say that I wasn't expecting what I've seen here today. First of all, let's start with the suspension. I'm not surprised by the suspension, but you've got 18 inches of travel up front here, and you've got 20 in the back. And we are nailing the whoops. We're nailing hard rocks, we're nailing bumps, and it is soaking up everything. I am so impressed with the suspension. It's really doing a good job. It's maybe a little softer than I would like, but it does have 3 settings, and I'm pretty sure we have it on the softest setting. Here's one thing that you're definitely going to want to know. The power surprised me. I didn't think Honda would come to play with as much power as they did here. This thing's fast. I would prefer it to rev a little higher, but if you put it in sport mode, and I'll show you that in a sec when I take you inside the vehicle. If you put it in sport mode, you can really rev it out. You can use the paddles to shift down going in the corners and get a nice rev in the corner and really pop out of there. So it works really well. What can I show you on the outside? You've seen everything pretty close. Let me show you the box here. Box is really good. It's got some nice tie down clips. It's got 4 of those on each corner, so you can bungee a cooler in there nicely. It's got clips up here too, so you can really secure everything. And it works for that's a really nice setup. Hard composite plastic, so it's not going to get banged up. Let me take you inside the vehicle in the cockpit. So to get in, you just have to unlatch the clip here. It opens from the front to the back, and we'll show you inside the vehicle here. So the first thing you want to know is it comfortable to sit in? Yes, the seating is really, really cozy. They're firm, but you feel really nice. When we're driving this, we noticed that there's almost no vibration at all. Definitely none coming through the steering wheel, and the mirror up here doesn't even rattle around. So, you know, typical Honda quality. They've done everything right and made it as comfortable as possible. Look at the leg room down here, if you can see. Okay, it's got a little spot for your left foot. Okay, it's got a ledge there, and if I put my foot right to the very end, I can stretch right out, and I'm 5'10", so it's very comfortable. It's roomy. You've got the tilt steering here. Okay, that just goes in, moves up, move down. Okay, really simple. Paddle shifting down right here, paddle shifting up right here. Okay, and okay, so now we've got the gauge cluster. Let me just talk about that. It might be a little busier than I would have liked. It's got a lot of information going on. You've got 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. We rode entirely in 4-wheel drive. That's what Honda recommends, and we did not feel the need to ride in 2-wheel drive. Handled really well in 4-wheel drive. You've got automatic transmission and manual transmission, and you got sport mode. We like sport mode because you could get it revving a little higher. I think the typical sport side-by-side guy, Talon buyer, is going to want sport mode. You can use the paddle shifters, and you can use automatic, so you can find the gear that you want instead of the machine find it for you. Let's look at the gauge cluster. Gauge cluster's pretty nice. It's got a lot of information there too. It's busy, but it does give you a lot of info. once you learn it, I'm sure it's very easy to use. Our machine was equipped with rugged radios for helmet-to-helmet communication, because I did have a passenger. Worked excellent. I love rugged. We've used them before, and it was really nice to be able to talk at a normal level of speaking and talk to your partner in the passenger seat. Here's the shifting column. Pretty standard. You got park, reverse, neutral, high, low. In low gear, let me tell you, it's jumpy. We used it only climbing over some huge rocks that were very steep, and but it's very peppy. You want to get out of low gear as soon as you can. Don't really need it that much. One of the neat things, and not a huge issue, but this has got a fantastic grab bar. And you know, it's not going to make or break your buying decision, but I'll tell you, I was the passenger and I do not like to be the passenger. And this thing doesn't rattle around like some of them. You feel very secure. It inspires confidence when you're riding, and that's something that's really important to me. Down here on the floor, you can see it's got integrated spots for your feet, so you can really press against there if you're a nervous passenger like I am. It really works out well. As you're driving, Honda's got the power steering. Honestly, I could steer this thing with my baby finger. The steering is so soft. Do I like the power steering? Yes. Is it too soft? For me, so at times it felt a little mushy, but it is power steering, and I'm still able to feel the ground. I gotta say, if I had to pick one, I would pick the power steering on the YXZ over this. But you know, I can't fault Honda. They're doing a good job, and it's, you know, it's so easy to steer, and it makes all the difference in the world. You don't get any handlebar whip or steering whip or whatever. You got drink holders here. You got a little Honda's put a like an accessory storage bag on there, which is kind of nice. You can see the seats up here. You can put an aftermarket 4-point harness on there, because it just has the typical seat belts. So that's it for the cockpit. You know, it's very comfortable, like I said. I'm going to show you the door here. The door has a hole right in here, and it actually is functional. Allows air through the cockpit for you, so you're not overheating. I'm more of a fan of full doors, but this does add to the design. It looks nice, and it is functional. I did get a little spray up in there, so it got a little dirty, where if you're on another machine you wouldn't get that. It's got Maxxis tires on there. They work really nice. The sun top comes standard on these. You don't have to buy that as an accessory, which you do on other models. So that's kind of a nice deal too. But hey, I can't complain. I gotta tell you, I shouldn't be surprised, because Honda, you know, is known for their quality, and they've used their automobile technology in this vehicle to build an excellent side-by-side vehicle. I think you're really gonna like it. You can believe me or not, I am impressed. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. So well done. But you need to take one for a ride. Over and out.